Representatives of the German command arrived at the Soviet headquarters. Comrade Eremenkov, commander of the Cavalry Corps, explained to the German officers how the Soviet and German units should move forward, the border of the mutual state interests of the USSR and Germany. Cavalry Corps headquarters determines the route. The valiant Red Army has already reached a new frontier. Only a few kilometers remain. The heroic and victorious path of the workers and peasants army that the great liberation army is over. The Red Army is carefully guarding the borders of the Soviet country. The conquest of the Stalinist 5-year plan. Our cameraman has filmed some episodes of the working day of the People's Commissar of Defense of the Hero, Marshal of the Soviet Union Semen Konstantinovich Timoshenko. Comrade Shukov is attending the People's Commissar's Hero of the Soviet Union General of the Army. Army Commissar of the First Rank, Comrade Zaporozhets. The People's Commissar of Defense is inspecting new uniforms and equipment of the Red Army. The Polish army has been defeated. Its regiments and divisions have surrendered to our troops, captive soldiers, the soldiers of the former Polish army. You will be released home, brave soldiers, and each of you will now be able to do your own business on your own land, in your factories. Wherever work awaits honest, hard-working people. Tell everyone that the Red Army and the Soviet people will free all workers in Western Ukraine and Western Belarus. Help yourself, sweet child, and cookies are special from Moscow. Movement has been tasked to conduct live fire against ground targets. Target detected. Now dive. Fighters in combat training improve their skills. In 1927, with saboteurs and spies. The border guard and Korovintsev died at the battle post. The nephew of the deceased, Misha Korovintsev, decided to take revenge on the enemies of the motherland and to defend the Soviet borders. When Misha was 17 years old, with a letter asking him to enlist in the same border detachment where his uncle served. And now, finally, Misha at the outpost. He is in combat training every day. And often in a distant watch beside the young patriot lies his four-legged friend. The valiant troops of the Red Army fulfilled their great liberation task with honor and glory. The end of the border that divided the brotherly peoples. The Pansk eagle, symbol of oppression and lawlessness, will never again appear over these lands that have now become free. In cities and villages, red banners are raised. Gone with the soldiers' shoulder straps. The war is over. With extraordinary love and warmth, people look into these dear loved ones. Great Stalin, Voroshilov, members of the political bureau of the Bolshevik Party, leaders of the mighty Soviet people who freed millions of Ukrainians and Belarusians from the yoke of pain in Poland. Joy and revival reign in the cities and villages of western Belarus, the city of Slonim, will live in a new way from today. How much you want to learn about the Soviet Union from the Red Army and their commanders. Do Belarusians and Ukrainians speak their native languages in the USSR? And every in study, and there are no unemployed people. Is that true? Yes, it is the great trust, and the same happy life will be here. Long years of humiliation and sadness are behind us. The raging sun of freedom and happiness rises above the edge of poverty and grief. Our Union competitions in hand-to-hand combat of fighters and commanders of internal troops, the People's Commissariat of Internal Affairs of the USSR. Comrade Manonenko and Comrade Sazonov. Espadron fencing. This interesting sport helps to master the technique of bayonet fighting. harsh in the breath of war. The fierce struggle continues unabated for no moment. The Red Army, with its heroic resistance, repels the enemy, crushes his living power, destroys his weapons. The insidious and vicious enemy lurk in one of the front lines nearby. The Soviet command is deploying forces to combat. Under the threat of enemy fire, the valiant pontooners build bridges. Stalinist falcons are constantly taken to the air. Bull strikes attacking the enemy, helping our ground forces. Soviet leaflets will tell the truth about the war-deceived German soldiers. The Red Army was helped by the People's Army. Colonists defend their land. They are digging fortifications. They are preparing to repel the fascist troops. Every inch of our earth is made impassable to enemy tanks. First enemies found a disgraceful grave on the battlefield. Every battle with praised German troops gives us live trophies. A captured German pilot is one of many. Our fighters have forced to land their planes already many such pilots. These are the invincible warriors. They quickly lost their brave look. German pilots who have come over to our side. They say the perpetrators of the war are fascists. The German people hate Hitler. Follow our lead. German soldiers follow our lead. Fight for peace. Colonists from the combat zone came to see the slaughtered enemy aircraft.